Yes.
I would like to talk about Mike Hughes, the flat Earth daredevil,
Yeah.
who passed away on Saturday, February 22nd, after his rocket travelled some. He was trying to get about 5,000 feet in the air. Now, it turns out, even though he was a flat Earth enthusiast and things he said in the past, he wasn't trying to prove the Earth was flat. He was taking part in a television show called Amateur Astronauts or something. Because I was talking to Graham about this earlier, surely Ingenuity these days would have gone, do you know what, I'm gonna just put a camera on it. I'm just gonna put a camera on it and just send that fucker up, and that can have a look.
You could have put 10 cameras on it, mate. None of them fisheye lenses. All
Yeah,
of them checked. Fully checked by you.
yeah. But up he went, and it went up like a squirrely firework on bonfire night. And then inevitably, the chute malfunctioned, and but I'm pretty sure one of his team, their expression of grief was, "Oh gosh darn it! Oh, your mate has just eaten his own chest cavity. What do you mean? Oh gosh darn it!"
I love it when people are like that. When it's so I've been like that since I had a daughter. I say, oh goodness, because I'm trying
Yeah,
not to swear.
on occasion I have done that. I don't try so hard now, to be honest, because I know what his friends say. But I think if someone, like say, if it was you, and you say I'm going up in number one, I'd probably have a quiet word before I'm going, I don't think this is a great idea. But if you went up in the rocket and it crashed, I don't think I'd say, oh gosh darn it. I think I'd be marginally more upset than that. Maybe not even say anything for a bit while I took it in. But, I mean, obviously, once I found if you were all right, just had a couple of broken bits and pieces, yeah, that's fine. But when you go up 5,000 feet and plummet to Earth in a small tin can and land feet first, you're not all right. You're not all right at all. You're really dead. You're proper dead. Not a little
Yeah.
bit dead. Not just dead, but dead. Oh, gosh darn it. And, but I do wonder, while he was up there, if he looked out
Yeah.
at the horizon and went, oh shit, it's fucking round. And even worse, oh shit, gravity's real.
Yeah.
Or, and this is what we must ask ourselves, did he just fly too high, hit the dome that covers our Earth,
Yeah.
and our rapid ascension, which we mistake for gravity, was the Earth catching up with him and smashing him and pulverizing him, because the reptilian overlords do not approve of people trying to game their shit. Gotta weigh that up, Graham. Gotta be open to the possibilities.
I keep saying this, man. Whenever you see those rockets take off from Florida, they never go. They take off. You see them. You see the smoke and the fire, and they take off. As soon as they get up, they go like that because they're just following the dome. They know the
Exactly.
route to take. Never goes straight up. It always goes like that.
But not
And everyone goes.
Mike. Not
Then they
Mike.
turn the CGI on. Then, well, yeah, he didn't know, did he? He just went straight up, and it's only like 2,000 feet up.
Fucking amateur astronaut. Are these people fucking stupid? There's a reason you don't have amateur fucking astronauts. Because getting into space is really difficult. And if shit that costs 300 million, 400 million, 500 million can explode, the thing you built in your shed is probably going to explode. So I'm afraid Mike, as much as everyone says he was a lovely man and everything, he's up there with Rachel Corrie now. I don't
Yeah.
mean in heaven. I mean in my list of fucking stupid people.
I,
Just a fucking idiot.
I just love that we live in a world where we can even produce amateur astronauts, very amateur astronauts.
I've built a rocket in my shed. Oh, you're going to put a camera on it? No.
Everyone, all the flat earthers are going to rightly say now he was obviously shot down.
It's all
That's
right.
what it was.
I've
They
got a
didn't want it to know.
seatbelt out of a Mark II Ford Sierra. Should be safe as houses in that. Here we go, lads. I've got my piss pot crash helmet and some goggles. Off
I
I
know.
go.
Fat Belly's saying, why didn't he build a hot air balloon? Mate, you could have just sent one of those weather balloons up with 10 4K cameras on it that you've tested fully yourself.
Why 4K?
Live...
You can get 8K DSLRs.
Yeah.
I'm still sure it's cheaper than dying
live streaming the whole time, so you can double check that the government hasn't
Yeah.
stolen them midair and all that. You could have done all this stuff, but he's like, no, no, I'm going up. My own eyes. I'm gonna eyeball that shit.
Sorry, Happy Dog's pointed out a great one. My favourite flat Earth fail is the fuckers that got together $20,000 to buy a laser gyroscope to prove the Earth was stationary, and proved 100% that the world is in motion at 15 degrees per hour rotation.
It's brilliant, brilliant. You know what though? You know what? And I said this to you before on the phone, man. But there's this that the only thing better than flat earthers is the people who feel the need to debunk flat earthers. It's like, why do you care, man? Why do you fucking?
Well, we
You
get
know
them
they're
on,
there
don't we?
on.
Why don't you get them on the show? But what am I going to talk to them about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
Like, why
I,
would you do it? Why
I
would you
just
care?
think it's fucking mental. And I can't correct a mental person. It'd be like saying get someone who's religious and talk them out of being religious. You can't do that. You just can't do that. So I'm always struggled with the point. I know why people want me to get one on it, so I can mock and ridicule them, but I don't know how exciting that would be because they're so devout, or at least appear so devout in their beliefs, that just makes it pointless.
You know, when I was in the States and I went to Palo Alto, a friend of mine sort of kind of snuck me into Stanford at the particle accelerator, and I went in the longest flat building on the planet. And it's not flat in the sense that it was actually flat, so it didn't follow the curve of the Earth. And it was so weird when you walk in, and it was just like it was strange seeing something so like yeah, because it was a really, really long building, obviously, and your brain wasn't ready for that. It was awesome, though. It's really cool.
Oh,
I
the
really
human brain
enjoyed it.
struggles with a lot of things because we live in Britain, where our scenery is not too huge.
Yeah, yeah. There's
It
just
can be beautiful, it can be achingly beautiful, but it's not huge. And then when I went in that helicopter trip in Arizona, it wasn't, I think, in the end, and the helicopter, we paid for the one that goes in the Grand Canyon.
oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know that they do that anymore, but it flew in the Grand Canyon. And to this day, I don't really remember much of it because my brain just went, no, I don't understand.
Yeah. I remember when I went to America, I was like, "Why is the sky so big?" And it's just
It's
because
very confusing. That happened to me when I went to Russia, to do that film when I was 19. We stopped in the middle of the night because when we got on the coach in Moscow, they gave us vodka. So I was 19, I drank it all, and I passed out. And I woke up, we're in the middle of nowhere. It's like, does everyone want to get out, have a piss, whatever? You got to go out in the field. And I trudged out in this field, and I was having a piss, and I looked up. And of course, there was no electric lights within 100, 200, 300 miles of where we were. I wasn't quite prepared for that level of sky, Graham.
no.
There were many things in it that I've never seen before.
For anyone, if you're watching and you don't understand what we're referencing, living in Manchester is like playing Silent Hill on the PS2. There's just the cloud. You can almost touch the clouds. It's right there. It's very close. And half the time it's just fog, and it is. It's just
And in England, everything's very close.
yes, yeah, yeah,
Everything's
yeah.
everything. It feels kind of. I mean, when we moved out just to where we are,
Little roads.
it's a little less urban where we are,
Mm.
and it's a little darker. So for me, that was like moving to the middle of the countryside because I've not got buildings in my constant immediate line of sight. But yeah, when I still remember that distinctly, looking up to the sky in wherever the fuck we were, and just again didn't understand it. Smoke Steve says, "Is it clouds or smog? It's clouds. What it is, we're in a county called Lancashire, which is next to a county called Yorkshire, and between them we have this large set of hills called the Pennines. And what happens is the weather just comes in off the Atlantic, isn't it? It's the Atlantic across the Irish Sea and piles up at the
Yeah.
Pennines and then dumps all the water out. But I've always believed that the sky's natural colour was sort of whitish. You know.
Yeah, you just get used to it. But wait, I mean, it doesn't get me down.
Sorry, cup of tea. It's Greater Manchester, but it's
Um,
Lancashire.
an Indian lady at school today was complaining about the rain, and I didn't say anything to her because we were just queuing up to get in school and all that. But it's it doesn't bother me because it reminds me like the way the weather is in Manchester is the reason why the Industrial Revolution started here, because it's always moist but never extreme. Like everywhere
Hmm.
else has got snow, we only got rain
Oh,
today.
we don't do
And
extreme weather.
no, no, and everywhere else will be sunny. You can feel it. You fly out of Manchester and you leave the circle of clouds.
Mm.
But because it was always shit like this, the cotton didn't get dry.
Yeah.
And that's why the factories were here. That's why we did it here.
There's,
The canals didn't dry up. The factories, there was enough moisture in the air
there's one
so that
thing about
you
Northern
could keep
England though,
going.
and Manchester. Drive out of it in any direction for 10 or 15 minutes and you're in the countryside.
Mm, mm.
And, you know, at the back of me, it's not the countryside because, you know, you got Oldham and all that on the other side of it, but you got the Ribble Valley. And, you know, in the summer, I've not been to every country. I've been to quite a lot of countries, though, and I still think England is one of the most beautiful countries in the summer.
Oh, it's lovely. Yeah,
I
it's getting out.
adore it when it's in English, and we all complain it's too hot if it goes above 70 because we're
I
not
don't
built for it.
mind.
Our houses are designed to stay warm.
Yeah.
But an English summer's beautiful. Even if it
It's a,
pisses down, it's beautiful.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to it this year. It's gonna be nice.